Hey everybody, my name is Amos. Famous Amos like the cookies. Welcome to my channel. Um, Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like what you hear, I'm just an average Joe talking about this Batman Robin Peterson suit. I'm sure plenty of you have seen it, and this is kind of like my reaction. Actually, it's a recording. The last recording I did, the audio was kind of low on the low side and kind of messed up. So change some things around, technical difficulties, whatever. But I'm a rook when it comes to this. So let's get into it. Um, First reaction to the suit, it's thing that stood out to me for the most part was first the collar. Not the biggest fan of the collar. Um, I understand there's certain comic books that has the collar. But I don't know. I don't like the way it looked. It looked kind of amateurism. And the suit's kind of stitched up. It's very amateurism. But now I'm about to. If you don't want to be spoiled, turn off your eardrums or just stop the video. I'm gonna give you a second because it might be a spoiler, might be true, might be not, but there's a rumor about the whole entire suit. Are you ready? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So this suit is one of two suits, and this is the amateur suit, which gives me a lot of slack. Gives them a lot of slack. I was like, oh, okay. So this is when his first give a go, and supposedly this suit will be destroyed. And then he'll be into a more classic suit that we're used to, which is cool. I think that's pretty awesome. Now, just kind of searching around on Google, when I first seen it in the red, I was like, man, it looks kind of like Daredevil. And guess what? I'm not the only one, apparently. Somebody said that. So, or somebody's actually doing it, kind of comparing it, but it looks more like, I guess, see, the difference is with Daredevil, this was, I think that was his final suit, and it's, for Netflix. And so that was the final rendition. His first rendition was just the rag over his face, or the shirt or something like that. It was like a big scarf, which was pretty cool. I like them both. They did a really good job with Daredevil. But anyway, you see the similarities with the red and the cut out of the mask. But still, being that this is his first time and he's a younger Batman, that's pretty cool, actually. So even though I don't like the collar, but I'll let him live. I hope it does good. I heard that the Batman, from what we're hearing, is on the first suit, the emblem is going to be the reason why the emblems are guns. These are melted guns, actually. Our melted gun that killed his parents in the infamous scene. The tragedy of Bruce Wayne's young life, and so they melted them and turned them into logos in the amateur suit. Now, I know in one comic book or a few comic books, when the amateur suits gets destroyed, he takes those guns, melt them down, and they're behind the logo on his chest still. But it's more of a traditional logo, and it's like a little bit of metal to protect them or whatever, keep them safe. So, all in all, bravo. And I'll give it a shot. DC is not Marvel; they do things differently. I am a Marvel guy. I like Marvel. But DC is interesting, and the thing is, if you're a fan of comic books, if you're a fan of the movies, comic book film movies, the genre, you should want every one of these movies to do pretty well. Because, if you grew up in the 90s, comic book movies were few and far in between, and good ones were, my God, like pretty much, it was tough. So, seeing them now, like, we're living in a golden era, which is just incredible. And it's truly a privilege. I remember as a kid just dreaming they would do stuff like this that they're doing. So you know, I don't want DC to fail. And DC's just, it's always good. America, we're the big two. There's Coca-Cola, there's Pepsi, there's Chevy and our General Motors, and there's Ford. We always have two. There's the Democrats, Republicans. There's the Marvel, and there's DC. And why can't you be a fan of both? You know, um, I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but I love watching Superman movies. I'm a Hulk guy, and you know, even in game I loved it, but I didn't like what they did with Hulk. Well, I wanted Professor Hulk to get a little angry when his used to be his love interest died. He just kind of threw a chair into another part of the city, which is cool. But you wanted him to get a little bit more savage, the Savage Hulk. So, and who knows, maybe they'll go further down that. I think it's more they're just dealing with who owns the Hulk, Columbia or something, and so they're uh, they don't want to put too much stock over there and make it such a good film to where they're kind of pulling like what Sony does with Spider-Man, and they start renegotiating. And there's so much money out there. I just wish they'd all get along and let's just make good films, man. Like, that's all I want. That's all I want, man. Like, and Deadpool 3 needs to be rated R. But I mean, I know Disney doesn't like rated R. But come on, man. Like, I don't know. Anyway, we're getting off subject here. But yeah, like, so he's a young guy, shining. I mean, when he was in Shine, I'm tripping. What was he from? I forgot the movie he was in. Oh, Twilight. There you go, the series. And so, I never watched Twilight, but it's passing the torch and giving some of these young actors. We'll see how talented he is. I did like the old Batman, or the Batman just before this. I was one of those people that doubted him because of what happened with Daredevil, but Ben Affleck actually did a pretty good justice with old man Batman. I think where they fell off, and the problem was, and I mean, people gonna kill me for this, for my opinion, but the not Joaquin Phoenix, but the other Joker. We seen Heath Ledger, and then this new Joker comes in, and he's he's just not Heath Ledger, and it's just sad that Heath Ledger died, and it's just like, he set the bar up so high for Joker. And Joaquin Phoenix, he actually came right there. But the guy in between, I don't even remember his name, but he took Joker back to a different type. He had a different spin on Joker, which was respectable. But people kind of weren't ready for that. And Ben, I think he kind of suffered. Like, he needed a better Joker. I think he'd still be. I think that actually, yeah, that may be what it. Well, and then they should have never did that Beowulf thing with Justice League. They should have had a Dark Side, or because you're not quite. I mean, I get they're trying to build up to Dark Side, but like, I mean, I don't even think we've seen him on the screen, like, and so even though I did like the Justice League movie, people kind of are hard on it, and it wasn't horrible. It was just, it definitely wasn't Avengers, and it's not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So, but Marvel's been kind of spoiling us with these just great films back to back to back. I remember, I don't know how many times I watched Civil War, still watching Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok, which is just funny, good film. I don't think, I don't know if they'll make another one like that. Like, that film was incredible. So, but who knows, man? Lately, they, these companies are starting to really, really just dial in on what fans want. In the 90s, you had no choice, man. It was like, they're going to tell you, like, X-Men 3, they're going to tell you what it is, Spider-Man 3 or whatever back then, or yeah, with Venom, hey, and I mean, they did Venom wrong on that one, but I mean, they got him right in the Venom movies. But man, like, that one, you know. So, oh, I can. Speaking of Venom, man, can't wait for Carnage to come through. But yeah, man. So um, like I said, I will be supporting this movie. I'm gonna put my money behind it. Um, at least see it once and give it a shot. Um, and we'll see. Like I said, good luck. You know, yeah. So, I hope they were able to put some kind of spin that we never thought. Now, can somebody tell me, wasn't this guy, wasn't he Robert? Wasn't he rumored to be Wolverine at one point? Or am I tripping? I thought Robert Pattinson. There was rumors of him going to be Wolverine at some point to step in after Hugh Jackman, and he would make a perfect. Well, I think he would make a good Wolverine. It'd been a good replacement because it's just as far as aesthetics. Like Wolverine's not the biggest guy in the world. He's not the biggest guy in the world. Wolverine's like, I mean, of course, he'd had to hit the gym. Wolverine's like this short bad guy, and that's the only thing to knock on Hugh Jackman. He was just kind of tall. He was kind of big guy to be Wolverine. But I mean, he did a phenomenal job of Wolverine. Even though I didn't like, did not like what was it? The Wolverine when they tried to. But I did like the fact they tried to hash out Wolverine's backstory. But some stuff they like Gambit was totally dead wrong, and Wolverine's claws was all over the place, and Deadpool, of course, they almost took Deadpool off the map. So yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, man, like I'm excited for it. I can't wait. I don't know if we have a release date yet. Can find that out. And yeah, so this is just one film. I'm not really like I said, I'm not the comic book guy on YouTube, so I'm sure there's other people that's going to be way more in depth and things. This is kind of like just like a your average fan reaction. I'm a big fan, and I'll be coming with other videos and stuff like that. So about different things. I'm a truck driver and real estate agent on the side, and looking to get into the social media thing. So trying to come up with more steady content. So if you like what you see, like and subscribe and share. Comment either way, thumbs up or thumbs down. I can take the criticism. I can take it. I'm a big boy. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for taking time out. Arrivederci. Alrighty. Bye bye.